If you're struggling on defense in college football 26, then you're in luck. Because in today's video, I'm going to break down a very unique lockdown coverage defense that you can use to stop pretty much every offense in the game. Now, the best part about this is that you can run this defense and this coverage for many playbooks and many different formations. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to mostly be looking at the nickel 3-3 over. You can find the nickel 3-3 over in many defensive playbooks. I like this formation because it has good coverages and good blitzes. But the main play we want to look at in the coverage I'm going to break down is known as palms. Cover 4 palms is a match defense. But don't worry, if you don't want to run nickel 3-3 over, you can find this palms in many different formations like you see here. Cover 4 palms is in lots of formations. 3-2-6 odd is another one. Personally, I like a lot of 4-down line sets this year because you can use stunts from them, you can blitz from them. They just tend to have good coverage. Now, to run this, you're going to want to make sure you have auto flip on so that the nickel corner always is going to be on the strong side of the offensive formation. And the most important thing, because this is a match, make sure that your zone drops are set to default, because if you have zone drops turned on, you could potentially cancel your match if you don't know how to reset the play. So I want to break down this coverage because a lot of the more meta things you see online, bunch formations are extremely common, and this one in particular, strong offset, is really good. This play flood has a really good corner out and a really good fade. Regardless of the specific bunch formation, though, you see a lot of people trying to abuse corners and fade routes online. These types of concepts are really hard to stop in zone and even man, but match is a little bit different because it's almost like a delayed man coverage is the best way I can describe it, because while you have zones on the field, they're going to pattern match, and there's different rules depending upon offensive formation, route combo, etc. Now, when I run this defense, I typically use the 3-rec hook zone. I like to use this 3-rec hook zone because a lot of times, I'm just going to click off him here, especially if they block the running back, you can almost free roam it. Now, basically, the quarter flat is going to take away, or he's going to match onto the first threat into the flat, and then that will leave the deep zones to deal with the corner and the fade. And let's just take a look at how this works. So you can see here, there's really nothing open. We got a red pass, but that was covered very well. The only thing that could have gotten us would have been the in route breaking back over the middle of the field. But that's why I like to use the 3-rec hook, because since a lot of times you don't really have a responsibility if they block the running back, especially against meta route combos, you can help out over the middle. So like you want to stick on the tight end initially until he gets matched by that safety, but once you see that happening, you can just drop back over the middle field and just take away this dig route, which it is still matched, but it just has good leverage on the corner. But you see here that, the flat's taken away by the quarter flat, which then leaves these 2 deep zones over the top to get onto the corner and the fade. And then even the safety's rotating, but once again, he doesn't have anybody he needs to match on with this specific route combo. Now, something you'll see also will be something more like this, where, as you all know, it's very common. You have like a corner to this guy, trying to hot route him. It's just not showing because there's a play arc glitch sometimes in practice mode. But I'm gonna put this guy in a corner out. I'm gonna put him on a corner, and I'm gonna stem him all the way down. And there he goes. Finally, we're able to see it. So this is kind of like more of what you'll see online, a lot of times. Now, we'll go ahead and snap the ball, and once again, you can see those all get matched pretty good. We end up throwing a bad ball. Now, the one thing you do need to be aware of is like if they do send the running back out of the backfield, because at that point, the match will be a little bit different than when the running back is blocked. So like here, you guys can see that still will get picked up by the other quarter flat, but he could potentially win. And you guys can see what I mean. The quarter flat on the left, like he is matching, but he could get beat. So that is kind of I would say the biggest weakness to this defense is just quick routes into the flats sometimes will just get open like this. So you do need to be aware if you see somebody likes to do that. Instead of using the 3-rec, you might just want to use the quarter flat. Because that way, if you see someone going out of the backfield, you can just deal with that yourself and not get beat. So that is, a little bit of annoyance, but you can still deal with it. Now, this coverage is also very good against trips. So like trips formations like this, you'll see a lot of people want to run. Real quick, guys, if you want to dominate college football 26 and win more games, sign up for my VIP membership on sportsgamers.com. You'll get access to all my premium content for the entire year, including all my offensive and defensive ebooks, weekly tip updates, and more. I'm running a limited time sale on my yearly membership where you get 7 months for free and 6 bonus ebooks. Over 99% of our members say that they win more games with our tips. Click the link in the description of this video and start winning more games now. Vertical concepts, right? Vertical concepts are typically very annoying, but again, Match does a lot better job of handling them than just Zone would. So you can see the biggest weakness here was the running back out of the backfield. But once again, you can take that away. But you'll see here, notice how all the vertical routes, they did get matched. Now, in this situation, again, if you're going to use this 3-rec hook zone and you see the running back coming out of the backfield, you need to go get that because you know that the safety will take the crosser. So you can kind of just stay underneath it for a split second, then jump this guy in the flat. So if you see, again, we're going to audible to it, and then I'll show you how I would deal with this. If you see a running back leaking out, just know when you're on him, that's you. So we're on this hook zone. We're going to see this running back come. We just go get him. And like the thing is like technically that is supposed to be, as you see, this other corner's responsibility, but he's just not going to be able to get over there. You just have to know that even though he is this guy right here should be responsible for him, he's not going to be able to get over there. It's just not going to happen. So knowing that, we can just go ahead and help out. And as you can see, it's really nothing doing. Now, I will say match is very important. You have fast players. Because at the end of the day, this is similar to man. It's not exactly man. It's a little bit different. But, you can have all the tightest coverage in the world. But if this guy, number 4, is just not fast enough, number 1 could run right across his face. Same thing over here. This is should be covered very well. But if your guys aren't fast enough, could get ran by. So one thing that I do, if I don't have the fastest players and I'm running something like this, is if I see them audible to something that I believe could have a vertical, like a fade route on the outside, like here, in verticals again, I don't want that guy pressed. So I don't want that outside deep zone press because I know he's going to essentially man up. So what I do is I individually back him up. And to do that, you hit triangle or Y, then you hit the button for individual. For me, that's X. You hit the icon of the receiver that the corner is aligned over that you wish to back up. So if I want to back up the left corner, I would hit square because the left corner is lined up across or over square. So I'm hit square, and then I flick up. I flick up on the right analog stick and just backs him up. And you could do that with however many guys you want. So say even the slot guy that is getting matched by this quarter flat is I believe he's on a fade, and I want to back that guy up, I could do the same thing. But if you don't have to, unless you feel like you have a speed mismatch. And now you can see that corner is much further back, so there's really not a good opportunity to even try to lob this up. Even if he was slower, he's lined up so far off the ball that he should not get burnt. And if we were worried about number 3 getting burnt in the same way, we could do the exact same process to back him up as well. All right, so you can see here that this coverage is really good at defending kind of the more common route combos you see people trying to abuse: verticals, corners, fades, crossers. Very good. Again, biggest weakness I would say is again, running back or just guys leaking into the flat and is simply outrunning the quarter flats, which is why that's the main thing I look for when running this. So I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to smash that like button. This is a very easy coverage you can run, and I'm doing daily videos a couple a week on this channel. So make sure if you're new, subscribe, hit me with a like. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.